What's up, my lunatics? Welcome back to my channel. But if it's your first time, my name is Anastasia Luna, and welcome to it too. Alright guys, today, first time on my channel, Evanescence, My Immortal. So, this is not the first time reaction. I know Evanescence very, very well. I've seen them live, I don't know, like how many times, maybe like 5-6 times. I actually just saw them live with Hailstorm. I think it was like, it was last year, but maybe December-ish, something like this, like over here in Newark. So I'm fully aware of the song. I sing it myself, I covered myself. But I don't have any Evanescence on my channel, and I'm just like obsessed with Evanescence. I love Evanescence, and I don't know, this song popped up in my feed on YouTube because Evanescence always pops up in my feed. So I decided, why not? Let's just listen to Evanescence and talk about it. But first, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up because it really helps me out. And if you like the channel itself, please subscribe. Also, guys, as you know, I'm a rock singer as well. If you know how to reach me before this light fades away. And all the links to my music are gonna be included in the description of this video, so please check it out, let me know what you think, and let's go! Evanescence, My Immortal. I'm probably gonna sing with her. I love when she's at the piano.
I'm so tired of being here, suppressed by all my childish fear. And if you're after me, I wish that you would just leave, 'cause your presence still lingers here, and it won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal, and this pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot. Let me hear you sing it. Wipe away all of your tears. And I am, but you still.
Ooh, that was good.
Want me.
Alright, let's talk about this. So, I feel like Amy Lee has such a unique tone and such a unique voice. She can sing anything or a song that we might not know, but we'll be like, oh my god, that sounds like Amy Lee. She has this amazing thing in her voice that, you know, there are a lot of really good singers out there. A lot of amazing singers. I live in New York. There's like Juilliard, and there are just so many amazing singers. You walk on the subway and just people are just singing like, oh my god, like it's like Whitney Houston resurrected. Like it's crazy how many voices, great voices are out there. But when it comes to her, it's just so unique, at least to me. You know, I can, maybe because I've been listening to her and listening to Evanescence for such a long time, I can pinpoint her voice in like 3 seconds, even if I don't know the song. And it's very helpful quality when you're a singer, because it's not enough to just be a good singer. Besides the fact that you need to be a good singer, you need to be able to write, you need to be able to compose, and you need to be able to be very recognizable. And she's lucky to have that quality in her voice. And overall, Evanescence stuff is actually pretty hard stuff to sing. So I'm high soprano and I have 3 octaves, so I can sing like a lot of things. And but sometimes when I sing some Evanescence stuff, it's very hard for me. Her stuff is very complicated, and I feel like it doesn't get enough credit for how hard it is vocally sometimes to sing it. Sometimes though, she uses a lot of intervals and a lot of like color and texture to her voice. There are a few songs when I'm like, ooh, shit, like I really have to work on that to sing this. And I don't know what it is. I probably need to really sit down and break down her songs, because some songs are really, really difficult. And from what I know about Evanescence and about Amy Lee, that she is actually classically trained piano player. She's not a vocalist. She just sat down and played something and sang, and then Ben Moody was like, oh, you can sing. Let's do this. And she started singing. But like, ultimately, this is not her forte. This is not her main thing that she went to school for, that she trained. She was singing in choir, obviously, like everybody who goes to like a professional music school. Like I went to a classical music school. My major was voice, but I still do play piano because you have to. So she went to study piano, but she still had to sing because it's like within the studies that you're supposed to do. But she's not a professionally trained singer, you know? And it's just really, really cool to me to watch something that somebody who has such an amazing quality in their voice and such a recognizable tone, but actually is a piano player. You know what I'm saying? What else I was gonna say? I forgot. All right, let's go further. I love. Oh yeah. So I went to one of her concerts. It was called, I forgot what it was called, but it was a few years ago. So she did this whole project. She re-recorded the album of her main songs, but she did it with symphonic orchestra, and it was not like, because she's kind of like nu metal kind of thing, I guess. It was not nu metal. It was just symphonic orchestra and her music, and the whole live show was her sitting at the piano singing all her songs. So there was no like, there was a band with her on stage and the orchestra with her, but the band was sitting down too, because it was like, I don't want to say acoustic, but it was no like, it was not rock, you know. And she literally sat down in front of the piano for the whole performance, and she played all of her songs, and that was the show. And it was really, really cool. And there was like no headbanging, nobody was standing up, but it was in a beautiful theater in Brooklyn. And it's by far my favorite concert, one of my most favorite concerts that I ever gone to. It was just so cool to see a rock singer, a nu metal singer who is like running around the stage and headbanging and everything, actually sitting down in front of the piano and playing everything and captivating the audience with that. And it's not just captivating the audience that conditioned to love rock and like the headbanging and like mosh pits and all of that. And all of these people sat down and watched her play the piano and sing all her stuff, which was really awesome. All right, let's go further. She's like,
You used to captivate me by your resonating light.
she always sounds better when she sits down and plays piano.
You were left behind. Your face it haunts my once pleasant dreams. Your voice it chased away all the sanity in me. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held you through all of these years. But you stayed. All of me.
All right, let's stop right here. So when it comes to Amy Lee, I feel like she sounds good here, but there are some performances out there that is very live. And you know, she got signed when she was 18, and they threw this like basically piano player into being a front woman of the band, and she runs around the stage and she sings and she runs out of breath. And there are a lot of comments on YouTube. They're like, oh, she can't really sing live, or she doesn't sound, she's okay at most live, which is not true. You know, when she sits down or she stands and doesn't run around the stage, she sounds really, really, really good. And I feel like she started sounding better and better over the course of the years, because when Evanescence blew up, they literally put her in every show, every concert, every festival. She literally was like performing all the time. Um and I feel like remember, and then she kind of disappeared a little bit, and then she came back. And people that say like Evanescence is dead, Evanescence is not dead. They've been alive and well, writing albums, recording music, performing. It's just she, from the interviews with her, she always said that I never wanted Evanescence to be this huge phenomena. I always wanted Evanescence to be a bit in the background, like underground kind of music, you know? And she still packs stadiums, you know? She still packs huge venues. She's still Evanescence, you know? She's still Amy Lee. But she never wanted this, like, boom, you know, big bang of Evanescence that actually happened. And I feel like when she took a bit of a break, she started sounding much better, you know, from like her early years, because I've seen her live in the past like maybe 3-4 years, like I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 times, and she just sounds so good and so perfect. Like I feel like maybe her technique changed a lot. I think maybe she doesn't run around the stage as much. Yeah, and her voice is so recognizable and so perfect. I feel like she, even if there was no Evanescence, I feel like she would still be a singer, because it's just like she starts singing and you're like, oh, Evanescence. It's like right there. All right, let's go into that bridge kind of thing. Yeah. So her career and the way that she is basically like my dream career. You know, yes, she blew up and she became this like almost not pop star, but like a part of pop culture. And then she was able to disappear and come back even stronger and better. And she still has this like amazing and huge audience of fans that is still listening to her and buying her albums. And she never had to compromise on, you know, her own kind of values and rules. And, you know, she never sexualized herself. And it's not that there's something wrong with that. You know, I'm all for naked women running around. Like, I'm all for that. But it's really nice to see someone that never sexualized herself, never, you know, didn't step away from her boundaries and her, you know, who she really is. And the music is good, you know, the music is really good. And so many teenagers and like young kids started listening to her. And it's nice when somebody like this comes around. And it's nice for young people to listen to good music, you know. And unfortunately right now in the United States, the interest towards rock and metal and stuff like this, even though this is like more of new metal, interest towards rock music descended majorly. And now you walk around and you hear this horrible auto-tune music with one chord, one line. It's just like, why are we listening to this? And it's really nice to see somebody like this who actually came out, blew up, and got so many people, so many young people to listen to good music, to listen to good voice, good writing, and somebody with a talent as opposed to like consistent auto-tune. So we need more bands like this, and I know her stuff is very like 90s, like early, not 90s, like early 2000s, but we need more bands like this. We need to bring music to the world, to the United States. Europe and Japan and like all those countries are fine. You guys have like symphonic metal, you guys have like Love Bites and Bandmate, you guys are fine. But like in America, we need to bring music to the masses again. Alright guys, my name is Anastasia Luna. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up because it really helps me out. And if you like the channel itself, please subscribe. Also guys, as you know, I'm a rock singer as well, and all the links to my music are gonna be included in the description of this video. So please check it out, let me know what you think, and like always, stay tuned for summer metal.